Okay, hello. I'm Ashley Johnson, Senior Development Officer at the Northwest Minnesota Foundation. And with me today is Danae Alamano, Executive Director at the Bemidji Area United Way, one of many organizations that received a grant from NMF's Emergency Disaster Relief and Recovery Fund. Welcome to you, Danae.
Thank you.
So, Danae, can you tell me a little bit about your organization, where you're located, and who do you serve?
Yes, so we are in the Bemidji area and cover a 3-county area of Beltrami, Clearwater, and Hubbard counties. We just expanded to be covering all 3. And our mission is to transform lives by uniting people and organizations to maximize our impact. And we do that by supporting other nonprofits in our community, along with running needed programs that maybe are a gap in what other agencies are doing.
Great. So how have the challenges of 2020 and the pandemic impacted your organization and the communities that you serve?
Well, my best example of the need for capacity is through our Backpack Buddies food pack program. It's a weekend food pack program that kids ages 5 or kindergarten all the way through college can benefit from. And just in our elementary schools and middle school, we have 450 kids enrolled weekly in the program. And when COVID hit, that number jumped up to 1,200. So that's just one program, so everything has really exploded in that sense. And as we called on our partner agencies, which are agencies that we give annual funding to, but also look, how can we help them move forward, or where's their capacity needs? What's the gap for them? We called everyone that first week. We were all off and found some commonalities, which then become a United Way issue. One being a need for funding. And our goal really was to kind of fill in a gap between then and when government funding was coming. And we worked with the foundation too, to make sure that we weren't just overlapping on things, but really able to help a broader perspective. And also started recruiting volunteers for other organizations. I actually gave up a staff person to make sure the food shelf stayed open. They were going to close because they had staff with compromised immunities. All of their volunteers are elderly. So Shannon in my office worked there for 8 weeks and did all the volunteer recruitment. But across the board, we were getting younger volunteers to work for Ruby's Pantry, to help the food bank, to work at Churches United. It became our top priority, was making sure that those agencies had what they need to continue to serve the community the way they've been serving it. So a lot of that is still happening along with our regular fundraising for the community and for those organizations.
Great. So can you tell us how this emergency relief grant will help you meet the needs of your community?
We're really excited and thankful to the foundation for this grant. It's going to help us build capacity and do more. As we looked at things like Backpack Buddies, knowing that the need is still up. We're not at the 1,200 mark anymore. We're more at 600 or 700 each week. Still very high compared to where we were. We're also having to pack all those food packs ourselves. We used to get them pre-ordered, and now we're needing to recruit volunteers and make that happen. And that I don't think is going, well, we know that's not going to change. So things like that, we're starting to talk about how long can we serve this high number, but not have any more staff capacity to make this happen. And the more my board talked about that, we started looking at grant opportunities, and yours came up, and we're so grateful to receive it. We are going to have a new role, or a new person start in January that we just hired to help with community impact. So working on all of those programs, it's taking up so much more of our time now than it was before, and really trying to work even closer with our partner agencies to find out what they need when we're a staff of 3 now, in January 4, to have someone who can work directly with them, identifying what the need is and how we can help. Because it's often not just that our staff need needs to help, we have some sort of resource or business relationship that can come alongside and make it happen. So that her role will be our programming, which includes backpack buddies and holiday gifts for kids and coats for community, our imagination library, free book program, things like that. She'll be working on community initiatives, which probably will work closely with Northwest Minnesota Foundation's program staff. And then also directly with our partner agencies, again, identifying what the needs are and where the gaps are. So I'm really excited to actually have someone who can dedicate their time to that. It's kind of a hat I've had to wear on top of doing the annual campaign and running the organization. So it's going to be really helpful, not only just for the United Way capacity, but for the community in general.
Great. How can people get involved with your organization, through volunteerism or donations?
Mm-hmm. Volunteer-wise, we host volunteerbemidji.org, and there's different volunteer opportunities, not just within the United Way, but within all of our partner agencies and other service organizations. They can go to that website and find something to volunteer for. Right now, with how quickly a need is happening, maybe a volunteer group got quarantined and we need to plug somebody in. We receive a lot of phone calls and just kind of have an ongoing list, literally just written down to call people back. Because oftentimes I'm getting a call and even an hour later calling that person back and saying, okay, I have something for you. So those would be the two ways, either visiting the website or just calling our office and getting on that list.
What's the number?
Thank you. It's 444-8929. And donation-wise, we're just wrapping up our campaign for community. We're at 93% of our goal. So any donations are always helpful, but you can either visit our website, unitedwaybemidji.org, or call the office.
Okay. Well, thank you for all of the work you do in the Bemidji community, Danae, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for your support.
Oh.